What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. Guys, I am still reeling from the actions of last night at Elimination Chamber, but we must continue, we must move forward. And for today's video, we actually have some brand new, get this, the first batch of cards have been announced for Duelist Advance, and we have some new go support, some new Zexal support. I think I'll probably title. I think that'll probably be the title. But we have some brand new Zexal support that has just been announced for Duelist Advance, and honestly, this is gonna be interesting because I feel like the new cards. Looking at this first card that I'm gonna talk about here in a second, I feel like it can definitely help make the Utopia decks even more stronger than it's ever been before, which is very possible. But before we even begin, I just want to give you guys a heads up that we are now 210 subs away from hitting 500 subs. And if you guys are new to the channel, and I know that a lot of you guys are, because practically 100% of you guys are watching the content, but you guys are not even subscribed. So if you guys are watching the content, you like the content, and you want more of the content, but you guys have not subscribed as of yet, then make sure you guys do indeed subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, smash that thumbs up button on this video, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all my social media. All my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And I want you guys to post in the comments below answering the question of the day, which is this: what other archetype would you guys like to see get new support in Duelist Advance? Let me know down in the comments below. And let's kick off the new batch of cards with a brand new monster card known as Zubaba Knight. Oh wait, hang on a second. Get rid of that ad. There you go. Zubaba Knight, which is a 3-star Earth Warrior with 1600 attack and 900 defense. And both of its effects are once per turn. And the first effect reads: if this card is normal or special summon, you can activate one of these effects. Add one Zubaba monster from your deck to your hand, except this card. And if you do, this card's level becomes that monster's. Or destroy an opponent's level 4 or lower defense position monster. Second effect reads: if this card is detached to activate and exceeds monster's effect, you can add one Gaga monster from your deck to your hand. So you basically have yourself a double Rhoda, which is pretty much basically your combo starter, if you will. And it's weird because if you have it's weird because if you end up because you can also use Kage Tokage. I think it's the card's name. You can use Kage Tokage to literally do this, right? So if you have both this card and Kage Tokage, the combo would be the play would be for you to normal summon Zubaba Knight. Normal summon this card, use its effect as Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2, you go Kage Tokage, and then you chain block. You chain block. Bringing, playing some other card if you have one, to chain block your opponent from playing cards like Ash or whatever, and you let the chain resolve. So it would go from from the third card you played to special summoning Kage Tokage, and then Knight's effect would activate, and you get to add you get to add oh, what's the card's name? Oh my god, I can't even think of it. What is it? Zubaba Knight? I think the original Zubaba Knight, because I think that's level 4. And you basically get to add it or pretty much any other Zubaba level 4 monster to your hand. This card becomes level 4, and now you're pretty much off to the races from there, where you go into Utopia, and then just keep on ranking up until you're able to establish a board that you're basically comfortable with. So this is actually not bad. Again, it's basically double Rhoda. Excuse me. And if you wanted to, instead of adding a Zubaba monster to your hand, you could also, hypothetically speaking, pop pretty much any of your opponent's level 4 monsters that are in defense, which can help set up a potential lethal damage, if you will, which is really good. Next one up, we have Gagaga Gambara Knight. Which is a 4-star light warrior with 0 attack, 1800 defense, and both of its effects are once per turn. Let's see here. The first effect reads: you can reveal one Gagaga monster in your action deck, special summon this card to your hand, from your hand. Then you can apply one of these effects. Special summon a Gagaga monster from your hand. Change the battle position of a monster on the field. Second effect reads: if this card is detached to activate and exceeds monster's effect, you can add one Go-Go-Go monster. You can add one Go-Go-Go monster from your deck to your hand. Again, the second effect is basically a Rhoda, and this card's first effect is basically Cyber Dragon with a bit of an added twist, and that twist is being able to also get a second Cyber Dragon summon from your hand, which is incredible. Which again, this card is essentially a one card combo basically, which is incredible, because if you're able to special summon him and then special summon out a bunch of other guys, then you've basically committed to your board without even committing to your normal summon, and your normal summon would essentially be, hypothetically speaking, would be this card, Zubaba Knight, which is still really good. And then again, with its second effect, if you detach excuse me, if you end up detaching this card to use up and exceeds monster's effect, you could literally just add any Go-Go-Go monster to your hand. So you could literally add you could, hypothetically speaking, add Go-Go-Go Golem, or even also this next card that I'll bring out that I'm going to talk about here in a second. You can add it to your hand as well, which is really good. Speaking of Go-Go-Go, next one up. Whoop! Sorry guys, kicked my tripod. We have Go-Go-Go Goblin Bird. Wait. There we go. Which again, these artworks actually look pretty funny, but they're pretty cool. I'll give them that. But it's a 4-star Earth Warrior with 1400 attack, 0 defense. and both of its effects are once per turn. And the first effect reads: when this card is normal summon, you can activate this effect. You cannot special summon from the extract for the rest of the turn except Xyz monsters. Also special summon a non-warrior go monster from your hand, deck, or grave. Then, if this card is in attack position, change it to defense. Basically, you have yourself another 1-card Xyz summon, which is really good just off of this card alone, which is incredible. Second effect reads: if this card is detached to activate an Xyz monster's effect, you can add 1 Do monster from your deck to your hand. So basically, all the monsters' second effect basically add different monsters to your hand, which is incredible. And the last main deck monster has been revealed, known as Dodo Warrior. Which is a 6-star Earth Warrior with 2300 attack, 900 defense, and both of its effects are once per turn. The first effect reads: you can send 1 Dodo monster. Whoa. Sorry guys, I kicked my tripod. Hang on. There we go. Sorry guys, I accidentally kicked my tripod. I was trying to move my foot. Anyway, I apologize. Let's move on. First effect reads: you can send 1 Dodo monster from your deck to the grave. You cannot special summon from the extract for the rest of the turn except Xyz monsters. Also special summon this card from your hand, but its level becomes 4 and its attack becomes 1800. Second effect reads: if this card is detached to activate an Xyz monster's effect, you can add 1 Zubaba monster from your deck to your hand. So all 4 of these cards can basically add another from the deck to the hand, which can help facilitate pretty much more of your Xyz plays, and that's actually pretty sick. The only issue though is that because that you only get 15 cards in the extra deck, there's very little room for any errors, especially with a deck like this. And because that you have cards like the Mole Charmies, you have cards like Nibiru that are still available to the format. Obviously, yes, playing a special summon heavy base deck like this deck is pretty ballsy. But if you're able to bypass Nibiru and not even like overcommit, that you're basically golden. You're pretty much off to the races. The only issue is that there are other cards that can stop your plays dead in their tracks. Cards like the Kaijus, cards like Pankratops, cards like raw sphere mode is another one that comes into mind. Cards like evenly matched is another one that still sees a lot of play from time to time. So you got to be careful with that, people. You got to be careful with that. But now we have how many cards left? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more cards to talk about in this video. So let's get to it. The first one up is number F0 Utopic Future Zexal, and the F actually stands for future. So it is future number 0, Utopic Future Zexal. And honestly, the artwork looks fucking badass. It kind of looks like Utopia's long lost distant cousin that he never knew about whatsoever. Anyway, it is a rank 0 light warrior exceeds with 0 attack and defense, and it requires two exceeds monsters with the same rank. And it says that this card's original rank is always treated as 1. And it has 3 separate effects. The first one reads, gains attack and defense equal to the total ranks of all exceeds monsters you control and in your opponent's graveyard times 500. Second effect reads your opponent's monsters cannot target monsters for attacks except this one. Also, your opponent cannot target other cards on the field with card effects. Third effect reads, once per turn when your opponent activates a card or effect on the field as a quick effect, you can detach 1 material from this card, take control of 1 monster your opponent controls. Also, this card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects this turn. So this is basically the boss monster for the whole deck. Literally, it's the boss monster. Being able to have this card gain a shit ton of attack and defense points, being able to protect your whole board from being targeted for attacks and for card effects, and also being able to use a snatch steal is absolutely wild. My opinion, this card is definitely the boss monster for the whole deck. Absolutely wild. Next one up, we have Gaga Gaga Girl. So obviously we have had Gaga Gaga Magician, which was released in Legendary Duelist Magical Hero. Now we've got Gaga Gaga Girl, which is a rank 4 dark spellcaster, exceeds with 1500 attack, 1800 defense, and requires 2 level 4 monsters. And the first effect is a once per turn. The first effect reads, if this card has a Zubaba, Gaga, Go, and or Dododo card as material, you can detach 1 material from this card, add 1 Gaga, Onomato, or Exceeds card from your deck to your hand. Second effect reads a Utopic Future Exceeds monster that has this card as material gains this effect. If it is Exceed Summon, you can activate this effect. It can make a second attack during each battle phase this turn. This basically incites... This card, Gaga Gaga Girl, literally incites more power onto Utopic Future Zexal, which is absolutely wild. And it makes it so Zexal... It makes it so this card right here becomes the most powerful monster card on the board, which is incredible. The only issue is the ruling, and I believe the ruling is that if your Exceeds monster gets hit with a Veiler or an Imperm or some other form of monster negation, like maybe like a skill drain or perhaps like a forbidden droplet or something like that. If the monster attached to the Exceeds monster has an effect similar to Gaga Gaga Girl, where it says that if this card is attached to this monster, it gains this effect. That effect actually goes out the door completely. So if your Utopic Future Zexal gets hit with a Veiler, an Imperm, Dark Ruler No More, Skill Drain, Forbidden Droplet, or anything like that, then girls effect goes out the door completely. So you basically don't get that second attack, which is which is very, very upsetting. So you would need to use cards like not, oh my god, not not oh, what you call it? Not Royal Decree. I think Royal Decree is limited, I think. So cards maybe like Royal Decree or some form of like trap negation is what you need against those types of cards. So you gotta be careful with that. Next one up, we've got Heroic Champion Magnum Excalibur. Which is a rank 4 light warrior, exceeds with 2000 attack and defense, and across 2 level 4 warrior monsters, sorry. And it has 3 separate effects. The first one reads, if this card battles an opponent's monster during damage cal, you can detach 2 materials from this card. This card's current attack becomes double during damage cal only. Second effect reads, once per turn during the main phase as a quick effect, you can target one other face-up monster you control, equip this card you control to that target as an equip spell, that makes it gain 2000 attack. Third effect reads, you can banish the card from your grave, shuffle 3 warrior monsters from your grave into the deck. So that's actually not bad. Being able to essentially just, to just mini avarice 3 monsters back into your deck is actually not bad. I think that third effect would have been better if it was an actual adverse effect and you would be able to draw a singular card. I think it would have been better, but it is what it is. I feel like honestly, this card's not bad. I mean, it's basically the original Excalibur, but just better. It's better than the original. Next one up, we have Gaga Hope Tactics. Which is a continuous spell, and the second and third effects are both once per turn. The first effect reads, Utopia or Utopia exceeds monsters to control, whose original attribute is light, cannot be destroyed by card effects. Also, your opponent cannot target them with card effects. Second effect reads, you can declare a level from 1 to 12 and target 2 face-up monsters you control, including a Gaga monster. Their levels become the declared level. Third effect reads, if you exceed summon a Utopia or Utopia exceeds monster whose original attribute is light, you can target a card your opponent controls and destroy it. This is basically your floodgate. Enough said. It's literally it's enough said. I will say, looking at this, you basically have yourself a much more better way to bring out your Exceeds monsters, and you can literally target. You can summon pretty much any Utopia Exceeds monster at your disposal. You can summon Utopia Roots, Utopia Prime. You could summon out Utopia Beyond it if you wanted to. That's not bad. Not much else to say about that. But now we gotta talk about the last card of the video, and it's known as Exceeds Unbreakable Barrier, which is a counter trap, and you know damn well. Anytime you see a counter trap, you know damn well it's gonna be a solemn judgment, and this time is no different. Both of its effects once per turn. First effect reads, when a spell or trap or monster effect is activated and you control an Exceeds monster, negate the activation, then you can detach 2 materials from your monsters, then destroy 1 card on the field. Second effect reads, you can banish the card from your grave, target 1 Exceeds monster you control, attach 1 light Utopia or Utopia Exceeds monster from your grave to add as material. It's literally Solemn Judgment on steroids. enough said. I'm not even gonna say anything else. Enough said. And on that note, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more card discussions in the future, then make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.